Okay, welcome back to my opinion. This little video is going to be about specifically this one guy from what country is it? Where the big prison is. I always confuse it with Venezuela, but it's not Venezuela. But he got deported by the Trump administration back to El Salvador, back to his country, and he ended up in this Cortec prison, or whatever the name is. I forget the name of it. And of course, Democrats and liberals are going on and on about he's not a gang member, he wasn't committing crimes, he doesn't belong in this maximum security prison for MS-13s and stuff that the El Salvador president has created, this prison. Well, that may be true. That may absolutely be true. But here's the thing. Okay, liberals want Trump, I guess, to go down there and free him somehow. This guy was here illegally. He was deported back to his country of origin, El Salvador. What they do with him after that, that's on them. That's up to them. He's not a U.S. citizen. He doesn't have the same constitutional rights as a U.S. citizen. He has no rights as a U.S. citizen. He has human rights or whatever, so if NATO or the UN want to go down there to Venezuela or to El Salvador and do something about it, have at it. Go for it. By all means, help this guy out. He probably doesn't belong in this prison. It's not our say-so. We don't have any. Just like if I go to Saudi Arabia and Saudi Arabia kicks me out of the country and sends me back to the United States because I'm there illegally in Saudi Arabia, and the United States decides to put me in the worst shithole prison in the U.S., San Quentin or something. That's not Saudi Arabia's problem. That's the United States that did that. This guy came here illegally. He was deported, sent back to his country of origin, and that country put him in that prison. It's not our say-so. We don't control other countries, what they do with their citizens. Trump has no say-so in it. Yeah, he could go down there by force, I guess. We're not going to do that. What the hell? If Trump was raising hell and demanded that he was released, I guarantee you Democrats and liberals would say the opposite of what they're saying now and demand that Trump leave him in prison. He's a hardened criminal, blah, 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 and he belongs there. Guarantee it. So it's disingenuous at best out of the liberals. But yeah, that's just the way it goes. Trump is cracking down on illegal immigration. And what happens to them once they're evicted, it's just like a landlord evicts a tenant who is not paying the rent. After so long, they're going to be put out in the street. I mean, whose fault is that? Should the landlord just be told, you're going to have to deal with that? Or what? That's the way it goes. That's the way it works. So, I mean, I don't know what liberals, well, we know they're not doing it because they care about this guy. They're doing it because they want to do the opposite of Trump. It's a shame it's happening to this guy. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for his family. But he's here illegally. And we are doing something about it finally. And by the way, so is the rest of the world. Countries throughout Europe, Canada are doing it too. They've come to realize that you can't just be here illegally. It's a drain on society. Coexist is a ridiculous, great idea, but it doesn't work. Look at Israel and Palestine. It doesn't work. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Do you think the U.S. should go down there and bail this guy out? Go in there with Navy SEALs or Delta Force and get him out of there and start a war unnecessarily that we don't have any rights to. He's not a U.S. citizen. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe and be safe.